All right, y'all, man. I'm feeling better. So here we go, man. I'm gonna do the first week. I know I'm late, but wherever. I'm still gonna give it to y'all, man. Straight and direct. So week one, the NFL, I thought was a great start off. Um, in my picks, I went 7-7-1 because of the tie with the Steelers and the Browns. So I'm gonna start with the Falcons game and the Eagles game. Great coaching job once again by Doug Peterson. For the Falcons, Matt Ryan once again proves that he's the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. You just can't have all that talent and suck. I know Steve Sarkisian's there, but here's the thing. If he was an elite quarterback like Peyton Manning back in his time, or even Aaron Rodgers now, like he would find a way to win. Like he would make the right passes, he would make the right throws. So yeah, man. I just think he's the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. And it's a shame because that Falcons roster is a great roster, and they're not going to win the Super Bowl anytime soon with Matt Ryan as their quarterback. Even though he is a solid quarterback, he's just not elite, ain't not anywhere close. For the Eagles, I'll say this: they do need Carson Wentz. They can't rush him, but they do need him if they're gonna make a run at the number one seed again this year. Because Nick Foles, he's gonna regress, regardless of how good he plays with that RPO. He's gonna regress. So that'll be my main take for that game. The Eagles defense is phenomenal, man. Top five, you could go either one, two, three, four, or five. Doesn't matter where you place them. They're just a great defense. All right, Bills Ravens. We all knew this was gonna be a blowout. Ravens played great. Um, I'm gonna say this about the Ravens. Yo, man, if they could just play like this for most of the year and they end up in the playoffs with the Patriots, I'm gonna take them over the Patriots if they ever face them in the playoffs again because they always give them fits. I know Joe Flacco's inconsistent, but they always gear themselves up for the Patriots. So yeah, man, it was just a great performance all around, especially with the defensive effort. The Bills, they just straight up suck. They're gonna suck. They're gonna be the worst team in the NFL, I believe, this year, along with the Cardinals. Okay, Giants versus Jaguars. Eli Man, you need to retire, bro. Like the Giants really should have won that game. Saquon, he got that big run, but uh, Odell, like he outplayed Jalen Ramsey, and Eli Manning kept overthrowing the ball, and he threw that pick that got ran back for a touchdown. So I don't trust the Giants at all because Eli Manning is their quarterback, and they should have drafted Sam Darnold, who I'll get to in a minute, who's already making the Giants look stupid for not taking him. Um, Man, this was like the biggest shock of the week. Buccaneers versus the Saints. Shout out to Ryan Fitzpatrick. That was an amazing performance. I hope he can keep at least 60 to 75% of that performance up the rest of the year so he can humble Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston's been so immature and he needs a wake up call. So if Ryan Fitzpatrick is able to start throughout the year, it'll make Jameis realize how badly he's messed up. Saints defense, I just can't believe they played that bad. We'll see what adjustments they make in the next couple of weeks. I mean, they're facing the Browns, so they should beat down the Browns. But the Browns are going to be tough. I think they should definitely win against the Browns, especially at home. Like they gave up 48 points at home. That's ridiculous. And Drew Brees still played amazing because he's an elite top five quarterback. Um, Patriots Texans. That's not a surprise. The fact that it was 20-27 shows you that the Texans are just rusty, and mostly, I mean, Deshaun Watson. He'll get his stuff back together, and they'll be able to start dominating the AFC South. Patriots did their thing. Obviously, they got stuff to work on, but yeah, they'll be in a tough game against the Jaguars. But I still think they're going to beat the Jaguars regardless. Um, 49ers Vikings. That was a tough game. That score does not indicate how much the 49ers got dominated because how close the score looks. I keep looking away because I'm watching the LSU Auburn game. But Vikings defense played really well. I expect Jimmy Garoppolo to throw more picks this year. If you look at his stat line from last year, yeah, he was 5-0, but he threw 7 touchdowns and 5 picks. So he's a good quarterback. Don't get it twisted, but he's going to make his mistakes, especially this year. Vikings need to take care of business at the Packers with a hobbled Aaron Rodgers. They need to take care of business. So we'll see how that goes. Shoot, I'm looking on my iPad. Dolphins Titans. I had the Dolphins win that game, and they did win that game. Marcus Mariota has regressed. He's turned to pure trash, and I'll say this about the Dolphins. They look like a team that's going to be very competitive and they're going to play hard each game. I don't know how many wins that's going to translate. I don't think it'll be that many, but at least you could say, hey, this team, they are players that don't give up. They play hard until the end of the fourth quarter or overtime, so to speak. Man, Bengals versus Colts. That was a good game. Andrew Luck and Andy Dalton both threw one stupid pick early in the first quarter, and then after that, uh, they both went crazy. And I think the Colts would have won the game had Jack Doyle not fumbled. But regardless, Bengals won that game. They did what they were supposed to do. They executed down the stretch defensively, and I think the Colts will be the second best team in the AFC South. And Andrew Luck, he's about to be back in his bag again. Steelers versus Browns. Steelers should have won this game. They were up 21-7. James Conner played great. Played really, really, really good. Ben Roethlisberger, you are trash. You're starting to look like the next Eli. This the second time that we've seen in back-to-back years of you throwing stupid picks. Like all those picks, it was on you. It wasn't on the wide receivers. It was on you. It's terrible. So I'm concerned for the Steelers. I think this is a different Chiefs team because of Pat Mahomes, who I'm about to speak about in a little bit as well. But yeah, man, that game's gonna be really close. Maybe the Steelers will pull it out because they're home, but I can honestly see the Chiefs beating them because Patrick, he just looked like a different type of guy. Like straight up, he looks like a whole different type of guy, bro. So, yeah, man. I don't know, man. Steelers look like they in trouble. All right, let me get to the next team. Oh, so yeah, the Chiefs and the Chargers. I was blown away by Mahomes' performance. Chargers got their ass kicked by a 5'9", 180 pounds under receiver in Tyreek Hill. He's amazing. Patrick Mahomes, he was just really accurate, and he put his arm to use. I can say that for sure. Their defense is not going to be as good as it's been the last, I should say, 4 years, but I think if Patrick Mahomes can keep this up about 80% of this, I mean, they'll be fine. It won't matter. Kareem Hunt didn't get to run as much, but I'm pretty sure that will come as the season progresses. I'm disappointed in the Chargers, but not surprised. They always start off slow. They always do this. They're so inconsistent. And I had them win the division, which they still could win because obviously it's 15 games left. But I don't know, man. Chiefs looking like they about to run away with the division again. I know it's a week one hot take, but I don't care. I mean, you see a lot of things going on, and Chiefs look really good offensively. Broncos versus Seahawks. I really thought the Seahawks was going to win this game. I can't believe the Broncos covered the point spread. I mean, Case Keenum was throwing picks all over the place, but then he started throwing touchdowns as well. Seahawks offensive line is still bad, and their defense is not as good as it used to be. So the Broncos pulled this out at home. I expect them to win as well against the Raiders because the Broncos are home. So I think this will be a different year because Case Keenum is their quarterback, and he's obviously better than Trevor Siemian and Paxton Lynch put together. But he's going to throw picks. Panthers versus Cowboys. I like that game because it was very tough and it was a very defensive game. Cowboys, man, let me just put it this way. They're really good defensively. Their secondary obviously needs an upgrade, but Yeah, man. I don't put all the blame on Dak. Obviously, Dak played bad, but dog, he don't really got no receivers. Like you can't really judge him like that until you give him some receivers to work with. So they're gonna have this issue throughout the whole entire year. So if you're a Cowboy fan, you just gonna have to brace for this. As far as the Panthers go, Cam Newton, he played solid, could have played better. I'm concerned about him going to the Falcons because he always plays bad at Atlanta, just like Joe Flacco plays bad at Cincinnati, which I'll get to in another video. So I'm worried about that game. But yeah, man, Panthers were off to a good start. Redskins dominated the Cardinals. That's no surprise. Alex Smith looked like he's been playing with the Redskins. Adrian Peterson played well, but we gotta remember he's done that last year. He'll have a game here where he plays well, then just doesn't really do anything for the next 5 games. So let's see how that translates into the next couple of weeks. But yeah, they're gonna be a really competitive team in their division, which is the NFC East. So now Bears Packers, amazing comeback by Aaron Rodgers, amazing first half by Khalil Mack. This game, I put the blame on the coach, Matt Nagy. He could have done way better. I don't like his play calling at the end. He wasn't as aggressive, and he needs to run the ball more with Jordan Howard. He's trying to create the Chiefs' offense and duplicate it in Chicago, but Chicago is supposed to be a smash mouth, hard nosed running team that's very they're very tough defensively, but also offensively. So they just need to run the ball more with Jordan Howard, and yeah, they'll be doing better. They'll do better. But they should have won this game. They had no reason to lose this game, and Matt Nagy lost this game. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers for coming back and leading the Packers to a win. I still don't think he's better than Tom Brady. I don't care what none of y'all say, but regardless, that was a great comeback win. So Jets Lions, I was shocked. I had the Lions win this game, and they got blown out. I'm so happy because my boy Sam Darnold, man, he did this thing. He threw that pick. Man, it was so crazy. I was like, damn, I can't believe he threw that pick. Like I saw it live, but after that, he played great. And yeah, man, I knew Matt Patricia. My bad. Matt Patricia should have been head coach for the Lions, and I think Matthew Stafford is overrated as well. So I really shouldn't be surprised, but I was. I think the Jets can keep this up because the defense played really well. And if Sam Darnold can control himself, if Jeremy Bates and Josh McCown can keep coaching him up, they could be a dangerous team even this year. I know they'll be dangerous in the future, but they could be really dangerous this year in the AFC. They'll be competitive for sure. And then last but not least, the Raiders and the Rams. I was tad bit nervous. I knew the Rams were going to come off rusty because their starters offensively did not do anything in the preseason. And the Raiders started off really good. Had a good offensive scheme. Throwing the ball to Cook in the middle because they knew the outside was going to be covered. And then the Rams took over very end of the third quarter, and then the rest of the fourth quarter, they took over the game. They ran the ball like they should have been in the first place, and Jared Goff started getting in the rhythm. Those deep throws he missed, he will connect with Woods and Cook as the season progresses. Remember, it was his first game, so he's rusty. By week 4, week 5, he'll be fine, and the Rams will be doing their thing. So yeah, Rams did what they were supposed to do. And yeah, that's my take. I know it's almost 15 damn minutes of me talking, but great week 1. I'm going to get to week 2. I'm going to wait to talk about the Ravens and all that with the Cincinnati game in week 2. So shout out to y'all and stay tuned.